Welcome back to Talk Pittsburgh. You're never too old to have a little friendly competition. And in just a few months, Pittsburgh will be the host city of this year's National Senior Games. Here to talk about this is the president and CEO of Visit Pittsburgh. We have Jerad Bachar back here with us. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you as well. Thank you.
So this is the first time that the games will be held here in almost 20 years. What are they?
So the National Senior Games is the largest multi-sport competition for senior athletes anywhere in the world. So we'll have over 10,000 senior athletes who will be here competing across 18 different types of sport for about 10 days.
This is wonderful too, because you think about it, and once an athlete, always an athlete. Just
Yes.
because we start to get older doesn't mean that we don't like to compete any longer.
Absolutely. And you know, your first segment was all about mental wellness and mental health.
Yeah.
So much of your mental health is dependent on your physical health. And as people get older, and our seniors are obviously need to be very focused on how they're taking care of their bodies so that they can continue to have a really exciting, fulfilling, and well-rounded life, for sure.
Well, and I know for Visit Pittsburgh, this is all about bringing people to our city and showing off our city. So what does this mean to have the games here?
So I mentioned earlier we have around 10,000 athletes that come, but in total you have about 30,000 people that come in. So the athletes, their families, their friends, other spectators that come in for the sports. It is a huge economic impact for the region. Close to $30 million will come into the city, into the county over that 10-day period. So it's really an exciting opportunity. The economic benefits are huge, but we also want to make sure we get the message out to our regional seniors that they can still participate in this.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so who can participate? How do you sign up? How do you know if you qualify?
So the great thing about the process right now is that there's open registration, so they don't necessarily have to qualify. They just need to sign up and participate in their sport of choice. But they only have until tomorrow. Tuesday, May 2nd is the deadline for open registration.
Did you hear that? You have 24 hours. So get it done. Less than, really.
The clock is ticking for sure.
So I've heard that you actually are going to be competing this year.
I am. I turned 53 2 weeks ago. So
happy birthday.
Thank you. I qualified to be among the athletes that are here. So all athletes, the age requirement is 50 and above. You'll have athletes that are 50s, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and in their 90s that are competing. And people shouldn't assume that these athletes are not there to compete. They are fierce. Some of these individuals have been lifelong competitors, especially in track and field and swimming, basketball, volleyball, and so forth. They are very serious competitors, and the competition will be hot for sure.
So what are you competing in? Is there a specific sport or multiple sports that you're going to be competing in?
I'm a cyclist. I spend most of my athletic time on my bicycle, so I will be competing in a 20K cycling competition, but they have 5K, 10K, 20K, and 40K. So there's various types of cycling people can get involved with. But again, there's 18 sports competitions throughout the entire series. So there's a lot to choose from.
Okay, this is awesome. And you mentioned some of those sports too. Like, is there basketball? Is there pickleball? Pickleball's huge. Is there pickleball?
Pickleball is huge, and that is something to watch. Go to the senior games just to take in the pickleball alone.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Again, the competitors are in it to win it. So from a spectator standpoint, it's a lot of fun to watch.
Where is this going to be in Pittsburgh? Is it going to take over a couple different areas? Where can we expect this?
You'll see it all over Allegheny County. Most of the competition will be at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center and in and around the center part of Pittsburgh. But you'll see competition everywhere from North Park to South Park and everywhere in between.
All right, one last question for you. And this is really about the title, which I know you have no say in. But is it fair to say Senior Games?
I would like to lobby to get that changed,
right?
to be honest.
Shouldn't we say like midlife games? Can we call it something
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
that?
The senior games have been around for a long time.
Right.
So as we progress through time, people's life expectancy, of course, is growing. Their quality of life is growing. So when you get into being your 50s and 60s, all of a sudden you're in the senior categories. But when it comes to this competition, I completely agree. I think we need to do some rebranding.
Yeah, we could do a little name change on that one. Thank you so much, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
You have until tomorrow. We'll have the information for you online.